Your phone can be full of people, and you can still feel completely alone. That is the strange loneliness no one talks about, not the empty room kind, not the no friends kind, but the kind where your screen is alive and something inside you still feels unseen. You have contacts, group chats, notifications, people who know your name, people who would probably say they care, but when something heavy happens, you still do not know who to tell. So you keep scrolling, you open apps, you close them, you check who watched your story, you read old messages, you wait for someone to notice something is wrong. But nobody does, because online, everyone is reachable, but not everyone is emotionally close. That is the quiet problem. Modern connection gives you access to people, but access is not intimacy. A name in your contacts is not the same as someone who understands you. A heart reaction is not the same as being heard. A group chat is not the same as feeling known. And sometimes, the more connected you are, the more obvious the distance becomes. Because your phone shows you proof that people exist, but it also reminds you how rarely you feel chosen. You see everyone talking, posting, laughing, moving on, and you start wondering, why does it feel like everyone is connected to everyone except me? This is where digital loneliness gets heavy. It does not always scream. It sits quietly in the background. It appears when you almost text someone, then delete it. When you type, "I'm fine," because explaining feels too hard. When you have people to talk to, but no one you can be honest with. And over time, you learn to edit yourself. You send the easy version, the funny version, the version that does not make people uncomfortable. You become available, but not visible. You become connected, but not known. And the scariest part is, you can start believing this is normal. You can have conversations all day and still end the night feeling untouched by them. Because attention is not the same as closeness. Replies are not the same as care. Being seen online is not the same as being understood. That is why loneliness can feel worse with a phone in your hand. Because the silence has evidence now. You can see who did not reply, who moved on, who is online but not talking to you, who watches from a distance but never comes closer. And even if none of it means anything personal, your mind still feels it. Your body still reads it as distance. Your heart still asks, why am I so easy to reach, but so hard to really find? This is the emotional paradox. We are more connected than ever, but many people feel emotionally homeless, not because nobody exists, but because nobody feels safe enough, nobody feels close enough, nobody feels like the place where your real self can rest. So the phone becomes a strange mirror. It reflects names, faces, memories, little signs of life. But it cannot give you the one thing loneliness actually wants: presence, real presence. The kind where someone hears the pause in your voice. The kind where you do not have to perform. The kind where you can say less and still be understood. And maybe that is the realization. The problem is not that you need more contacts. It is that you need fewer places to hide. Fewer conversations where you disappear behind, "I'm good." Fewer connections that only touch the surface. Because loneliness does not always mean you have no one. Sometimes it means no one has access to the real version of you. And maybe healing starts quietly, with one honest message, one real conversation, one moment where you stop pretending to be easier than you are. You do not need everyone to understand you, but you do need someone who makes you feel less invisible. Because being reachable is not the same as being close, and being surrounded is not the same as being held.